What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Grim Tuning 101. I'm Grim, and on today's episode we are going to do a couple of things. We're going to grab that fender and get it off the car, and then we're going to solve an interesting problem.
So to get this panel off, we're just going to pull a little bit at a time from on the edges, and we'll slowly work it off. You're going to hear some popping and some cracking as it pulls away from the tape. Don't worry, it's just the good years coming off of your life. You'll be alright. The panel will too. Just be patient with it. The other thing you can do is you can take a panel removal tool and you can slide it down in between the panel and the car and just slowly work it there. And eventually it's just there'll be one final pop and it just comes right off.
Alright, so we got our fender off. We've got it marked up. Now we're going to cut off this section where I've marked in black. And that will give us a nice little piece to attach to the door jamb. Alright, so here's the complicated part. So this is the overlap, and it's good. We want to make sure all this stuff bonds to the top really well. The problem is that we want to cut off all this excess, but we don't want to damage the actual part of the fender that's going to remain. So draw your lines and be very careful when cutting. Go slow, take your time, because it's a lot easier to take 5-10 extra minutes to cut it right than it is to go back and repair the fender. So we'll trim it out, we'll cut it, and we'll sand. Alright, here's the result of all of our work. All that happens next is we'll come back with a little bit of body filler later on, and after it's bonded on, to just kind of make this transition a little bit smoother, and we'll just sand all this down, and then it'll be ready to paint. We'll prime and paint and all that good stuff, but yeah, that's it. So in this episode, we got a couple of problems to solve, and I don't exactly have a solution yet. I know what I want to do, I just got to figure out the how. Now, I have made sure that there's a 1-inch area over here that we can actually bond this body kit directly to the car, so it'll be completely flush. The problem that we run into is that this region right here is a captive area where all the stuff your tires kick up will go in there, which will then do wonders to your paint job on the side of your car. And within 2 years or so, we'd have, you know, to take the whole thing apart, scrap it, and redo it all. And I don't want to do that. So what I want to do is build off a block off plate. And what I'm trying to decide is, do we extend this whole section out? Because we can't just make it a curve. We want we cut up our fender so we could fit a nice fatter tire and allow for more travel. So we don't want to curve it down. We need it to go straight out. So how do we do that? I don't quite know yet. I'm toying with some ideas. I'm gonna try and make some stuff out of cardboard, maybe template it out a little bit, and then we'll see what we come up with. It's gonna be interesting. So when you make a template, make sure you label it. So it's got front of the car, back of the car, bottom of the car, top of the car. Seems redundant, super important, easy to mix up, and when you do, it's going to turn out bad. But this is cardboard, and that's curved. You see it? And that's curved, so we need to figure out how can we keep the shape. So, more templating. Okay, so we've made our template. We're going to wedge in the wheel well. And what we'll do is we'll cover this top section with the plastic tape so that it doesn't, the fiberglass doesn't stick to it. Let's take creativity to the next level. I might have just figured it out. All right, now we get to find out if we did it right. Cool, it fits. Now how do we keep it up there? All right, so when you go to this, you might not be able to do it the same way, but this just shows with a little bit of ingenuity, you can do whatever you can put your mind to. All right, here goes another. Okay. I'm gonna hold it in place. Your tape's up here. As soon as I get into place, you can take the rivets out, or the discs out, all right? And then when you put your tape into it, use little bitty pieces so that you can fold it at a perfect 90.
Okay. What am I taping?
I'll show you.
Okay.
This piece of cardboard.
Oh, okay.
All right. Take it off. All right, so it's all taped up into place. We know exactly where it fits. Now we're just basically gonna fiberglass a lip from 1 inch above it to down, and that will give us a complete bonding surface that will enclose the body kit and make it so that we don't get anything trapped in our over fender, which will later, you know, destroy the car. All right, so it's a little windy in the tent. Nice windy California day. Don't have much rain, have tons of wind. Anyways, all right, so this is all built up. It's all taped into place. We have our strips. Now we're going to whip up some resin, and then we'll just lay it in and see how this turns out. This is a total experiment. All right, YouTube, thanks for hanging out. Definitely leave a comment. Let me know what you learned or what you want to learn, and maybe I can throw it into the project somewhere. next episode, we're going to find out if this worked. Because I'm not sure. I'm hoping it does. Otherwise, we're going to have to get a little more creative. And meanwhile, peace.